Podcast.
Hi, I'm Bran, and I love Hallmark New Year, New Movie movies.
Hey, it's Panda. I'm back.
Woo!
Hey! And I like Hallmark New Year, New Movie movies.
I'm Dan, and it never has been more true than today. I despise Hallmark New Year, New Movie movies, and this is the
Deck the Hallmark Podcast. Yeah.
The people at home watching right now have to be a little disappointed because you talked about your cardigan sweater.
Yes.
Your cardigan sweater brand. Your Cardi B. Your Cardi boy.
Cardi B, yes.
Your cardigan boy.
Yes.
You got a nice cardigan. If enough people ask, I'll wear it on the podcast.
Not enough people asked.
People in the chat were going bonkers.
Not
about
enough
it last
people.
Week. How many people did you need?
17,000.
Because you decided
17,000.
You decided to wear a sweater for maybe the first time ever, not Deck the Hallmark sweater, and it's not your cardigan.
No. But do you guys have anything to say to me today?
I would love to know why you made that choice.
I actually forgot about it until actually I did think about it here.
And even though you're not in your cardigan, I guess I'll still wish you happy birthday because it is your birthday.
You.
Happy birthday, Bran.
Thank you. I am 30. I'm flirty.
Are you
Feeling
thriving? Don't like it.
That was both. That was both of the two things. That was me flirting and me thriving. Guys, Wedding Veil Part 1. They said, let's do something crazy this year.
Heavy hitters.
Heavy hitters. Now,
I think of the all-time great trilogies.
from what I
Reefer.
gather,
Chabbert.
Star Wars.
yeah.
Lord of the Rings. Dark
Back to the
Knight.
Future.
Yeah,
Back to the Future.
Yep.
Wedding. Toy Story until the fourth one.
Air Bud.
Wedding Veil.
Airbud, yes. And Wedding Veil.
Wedding Veil. Yeah, that's
Now,
in there.
if I
There's
think
way more than 3 Airbuds, right? Like
There's
I'm
at
not
least
seeing-
20 or 30,
There's
right?
got to be a bunch.
Is Airbud the original Airbud dead at this point?
He's got to be long
hey,
dead.
don't
Yeah.
bring up.
Yeah.
But from what I gather, I think
Real
the
air
final
dud.
the final 2 are going to be a part of Love-uary. So I believe it's 2 next month.
Are they back to back?
I think
because
so.
I got to take a vacation. I'm overdue for one.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
We got to do both of them.
Yeah. Now, you got a vacation last week, Panda. What was that like, buddy?
Oh, boy, let me tell you
You
guys.
took
A lot of
to
people-
Ibiza, from what I understand.
I sure did.
A lot of people were upset. They were like, "Where's Panda? New Year, new you guys? Where's
And then,
Panda?"
and then I just pieced out. Absolutely.
See ya.
Listen, people were a little concerned. To allay your fears, I just wanted to let you know we had a little septic mishap in the old Panda family, so we handled it.
You could not have said that weirder.
In your family?
We had an old septic mishap
Yep.
in the old Pandolf family.
Yep, the old septic mishap in the old Panda.
We had
family.
a septic tank issue at my house. That would be what normal people would say. You panded it right up. You sprinkled a whole lot of Panda on that.
Yeah.
You just grazed that. All the rind was in there.
And I have to say, as much fun as that was, the full story of the septic adventure is way better. We will not get into that
won't
here,
do that.
Can't not.
but it is an amazing story.
Yeah.
Maybe for all access.
Yeah,
lunch.
I will
love
tell
that.
that story
Yeah,
to
yeah,
all
yeah.
access.
I love
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
To the all
It
access
is-
lunch.
It's got some twists and turns in there, guys.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. You don't see it coming. I can tell you that for sure.
You do not.
Oh yeah.
You just now. it hit
No,
the second
I
one.
know.
Okay.
I picked up my. It's just right. I started thinking about it,
Yeah.
and it got me laughing all over again.
Leave
It's,
you just seeing red.
Well, the good news is, buddy, is you were able to pull it out. You figured out how to make everything clean, and so you're
Yep,
good to go, buddy.
we're all good. Lots of Clorox and scrubbing bubbles, boys.
That's exactly right, pal. So
Clean pipes, ready to go.
Clean
Yep.
pipes.
Clean pipes.
Clean pipes.
Clear eyes. Don't
Can't
stop.
poo.
Not bad. Not bad. If anytime we get to a poop joke in the first segment, you know it's going to be a great
Oh,
episode.
it's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a good one, guys. Are you ready to dive into this?
Oh, I'm so ready.
yeah, let's do it.
Wedding Veil #1. I think it has a subtitle.
Only the most anticipated of the movie of the year so far.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Can somebody look up and see if there's a subtitle, like a subscript,
The Wedding Veil. What is happening?
Wedding Veil?
It's just called The Wedding Veil.
The
That's it.
Wedding Veil
it.
#1,
Well,
part
what's
1.
number 2 going to be called?
I don't know.
The wedding veil.
Well, I typed in wedding veil, and that was unhelpful. I got a lot of veils.
Dude, you're going to start getting ads.
Yeah, you are.
You're
I'm
gonna-
looking up Allison Sweeney, seeing if it's in her IMDb.
Who's editing? I want to know who's editing. What'd you see?
It just says the wedding veil as well. It says she's in this one. That's it.
Okay.
So.
Wow. Okay.
IMDb.
The Wedding Veil 1 originally aired on January 8th, 2022.
2022.
Hello?
Wait, who is that?
Hello.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm just 2022 guy.
What's
I'm
your
just
name?
smooth as silk, baby.
What's your name? I didn't know that we had already sold it.
People call me Sherbert.
Sherbert. Sherbert, like the far superior ice cream?
Yeah, because I taste as sweet as ice cream, but I'm half the calories, if you know what I mean.
Nope. I don't know what you mean.
You should read a book.
So, Sherbert, did you buy the year? You bought the whole year? You're going to be with us all year?
Some fancy lady named Tracy called me on the cellular telephone, and she said, would you like to buy this year? It's buy one, get one.
Oh,
So
no.
I said, sure, mistress. I
think-
called. She's not.
Yeah, right.
2022 out.
And it went a little something like this. Meet Avery, Emma, and Tracy. They're old pals, and they get together once a year for a girls' weekend. They head to San Francisco, and they're reunited. They basically go to different cities, and they go shopping and stuff. So they go to San Francisco, and Avery stumbles upon a wedding veil, which she buys despite not being even remotely close to needing that veil. She bumps into a fella named Peter. Peter, come
That's
here,
not what Peter can do for you.
Hey, Peter. Peter, give me a lobster mac. Peter, you dumb hole.
What did you say?
No, I said dumb hole.
Okay.
Hey, Peter, give me that Dunkin' Donuts, eh? Couple of munchkins, eh? Chocolate. Chocolate munchkins. Thanks, Peter, is what I'm trying to say. And they spend the day together at a museum, getting all chummy. I guess they have fun. They get back to the hotel, and my dude just gets weird. He's like, this is too much. You gotta go. And so back in Boston, Avery goes back to work. She's I believe we found an associate curator.
She's associate curator. Yeah. It's big times.
But if all goes well,
Full curator. Sound the full curator horn.
all right, I'm going to close the glass box back over the button, and I'm going to put the button over here.
Okay. But
And
later,
if we get
later.
and if we have to pull
We'll do
out
it.
the full button, the full curator button.
Just go ahead and close the mailbox.
Yep.
Just close it right up if you can. Is it going to close? No?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's good. That's smooth like sherbet.
Did somebody say Sherbert? I just stay back here, mic off. 2022. Still working on it.
So
Sherbert's always trying to improve. Do you have any pointers or tips for Sherbert?
yeah, just become ice cream.
No,
You're
not the
worthless.
food. This guy
Oh,
who's got two thumbs and his name's Sherbert.
you?
He's got that hat that Panda was wearing at Christmas Con in 2019
Yeah.
on. But he's got it on backwards, which is a look for him.
It is a bold choice,
Yeah.
and I think I like it,
Yeah.
but maybe
We'll
I
see.
don't. I don't know.
So there's a new board member, and it's a fancy philanthropist.
Philanthropist.
Don't
say it like you're from Boston.
Yep.
a
Philanthropist.
philanthropist.
No, THR.
Philanthropist.
You throw a ball, you throw a ball.
Philanthropist.
There you go. That's not much better.
Did you go philanthropist?
Philanthropist.
We're never gonna get through tonight.
Hey, guess
We're
who?
never gonna get through.
Hey, guess who that Philly philanthropist is? It's Peter. Peter, go get me a 6-pack of them munchkins there. Park your car. Go down, get yourself a lobster at the Dunkin' Donuts. They have that here. You go to Dunkin' Donuts, you got your coffees, your munchkins, your lobster.
Shimmy Christmas.
So she stumbles upon a dusty old painting of Avicii, and Peter and Avery decide.
Wake me up when it's all over.
So Peter and Avery decide that they should try to get it restored and do a big unveiling of it at a gala. And they keep hanging out, and basically here's what happens for an hour. They hang out, he gets grumpy. They hang out, he gets grumpy.
There's some wedding planning.
They eat mac and cheese.
Yep.
He gets grumpy.
Yep.
They go to a wedding together that I guess she planned. And he catches the bouquet and then hands it to her. I don't know how the rules work with bouquets. Like if someone hands you a bouquet that they tossed, does it still bouquet?
I think it's still bouquets.
Bouquet. So that's nice. And she's like, man, maybe the wedding veil's magic. It's gala time and people like Avicii. But when she's talking to Peter's mom, he feels like she overstepped. And you guessed it, he gets grumpy about that. She decides that it might be time to move on from the grumpy guy. But when Peter does some thinking, he realizes that Avery might not like him just because he's rich. And that is a game changer for him.
Yep.
That's true love. So he goes to find her and is like, you want to kiss? And they do kiss. 8 months later, it's a wedding time. And she tells her friends that she thinks the veil's magic. And they go to look over at the painting of Avicii. And Avicii's wearing the same veil that she had on.
I thought we took a pill in Avicii.
No, that was...
Amici.
Yes.
And then the painting is by
Avicii. No,
Amici?
Amici. Emma is like, hey, I'm going to go to Italy, and I guess I'll take the veil there and take a pill in Amici, and maybe you'll fall in love. And that, my friends, was The Wedding Veil!
Part 1.
We did it. In the chat, BrambleGymPlus.com, you want to join in on that chat. It says the second one's called Unveiled. Sounds dirty. And the third one's called The Legacy.
But wait, they're not all called The Wedding Veil?
Unveiled.
Oh.
The Wedding Veil, The Legacy.
And then the first one's just called The Wedding Veil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something.
All right. Guys, let's take a quick break, and we'll come back, and we'll break this movie down with 4 segments.
Okay.
Here on Deck Donald. Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Going great,
we're back, everybody. We're talking about The Wedding Veil.
You know what's great about our January episodes?
What's that?
Not much, but if you listen, there are fewer ads in there.
Sure.
Not a lot of ad buyers in January.
Ah.
So it's just it's a shorter episode.
RambleGymPlus.com, please.
That's right.
Support the boys.
Support the boys.
Guys, can we talk about
I would love to talk about The Wedding Veil.
Let's do that. Let's do 4 segments. Let's start with the hot take. And guys, last week a cold front came through here in Greenville, and actually across the entire East Coast.
Yep.
Snow everywhere.
Yeah.
Not here.
And not here, but snow everywhere else. Nashville got snow.
It's crazy.
And so I think the reason for that was Panda wasn't here last week for the hot take.
Yeah.
There was no
Warm us up, Panda.
there was no heat to combat the frigid air.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's see what we can do here. Maybe you can heat up winter a little bit with your hot take. Panda, don't let the people down. What do you think about The Wedding Veil?
Yeah, so here's the deal. I was excited about this movie. We saw the preview quite a bit during Christmas.
You love a crossover.
And I love a good crossover. Man, they're great when they're done well. The Wedding Veil is not a good movie.
What?
It is.
Those are fighting words, sir.
Yeah, I wish it was a better movie. I do. It's boring. It's just really dull. It was tough to pay attention to. You have 2 plot points that aren't particularly intriguing. You have art restoration, which I like a good art restoration. This was just, and then also a wedding planning. Just didn't do it for me personally. I'm sure somebody it did for them, and if that is you, I applaud you. And keep doing what you're doing, and keep crushing in 2022.
Yeah, not for me personally. I thought it was just fine, and but I'm not dying to watch it again, and yet I think we're gonna have to watch it a couple more times. Something similar to it. I hadn't thought about Avicii for a while, so that was good.
Yeah,
and
that was fun. R.I.P.
R.I.P. And
hey, brother.
I'm so glad you know a second song.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, hard to do the things and stuff and wed and veiled. Not my jam, unfortunately. I always enjoy Lacey Chabert. I think she's plenty enjoyable. There was an accent in this movie that kept us engaged.
Yeah.
And that's it. Dan?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing positive I can say about this movie is that it is by some miracle better than last week's movie. But it's closer than I thought it would ever be.
Yeah.
This is a real bad movie. It's bad. And you know what makes me angry is that we saw Lacey in a little film called Sweet Carolina, which is also not amazing, but her acting job in that movie made me realize, oh my gosh, Lacey Chabert can actually act. And instead, she gets to work with Kevin McGarry, who can also 100% act, as we've seen in When Calls the Heart. I've seen all those clips people put on Twitter where he's like bearing his soul and everything. And instead, we've opted for Kevin to have an accent that ranges on the spectrum between Mountie Nathan Grant and John F. Kennedy's like more Boston cousin. It is a pure whack-a-mole accent.
Wow.
I think the editor did it on purpose. He's like, I'm going to alternate scenes of accent and no accent. It is very jarring. The movie for long stretches doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. It is that dreaded combination of party planning and hope I get promoted movie that we've all been dying to see. And I felt like the only thing that was hopeful is that maybe the next one will somehow be better than this one.
Might be an on-location movie in Italy.
Yeah, that could be.
Reeser, yeah.
We like Autumn Reeser.
How did Reeser draw the straw on that one?
Just
Where she gets to go to Italy.
I don't know.
That's normally Chabert's choice.
yeah, Chabert gets to go. Maybe
So
Chabert
are they going to
goes over
be
there.
in the movies
They'll
together
probably
ever
zoom
again?
in. I don't know. I would assume so.
I mean, we got like 5 minutes at the front and then
a couple of Zoom calls.
and then a few minutes on the back end.
Are they going to do that for every movie?
I don't know.
That's
I'm sure
a lot
they
of
will.
money. Now we're talking about a lot of money if they're going to fly both of those ladies over to Italy for a couple scenes.
I don't think they will.
Or she gets married back here. I also would go ahead and go on a limb and say that one of them's not actually going to get married.
Yeah, I think
That would be the other thing.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen.
But yeah, I was left with a lot of questions that weren't fun wait what's. Like, what are we doing? Why are we doing it? What's happening? Is this still happening? There's only 45 minutes we've watched so far. Really? Are we sure? Did time stand still? So not good. This is what January is all about. I miss the days of taking a shot at love and 2 for the win.
Yeah.
Those, even a winter getaway where there's a helicopter and a ski slope.
Next week, Ice Wine, Brennan Elliott,
Amnesia.
Nazneen,
And Amnesia.
I have.
So
I will
I have
already
a lot
tell
of high
you
hopes about
that that is better than these 2 movies, and I've only seen the trailer.
Yep. And then we get Butler.
Oh, then we got to Butler Love. Guys, let's get to all the feels. Part of the show we talk about what this movie gave us feels. Panda?
Yeah, the only one that I thought was a kind of cute scene was
So
as
cute.
he's teaching the little kids. He's sitting there talking about art.
So cute.
Yeah, that was fine. I give it a cute score.
Cute score.
Guys, I forgot to mention this. Can you believe this?
Uh-oh.
She got full curator.
Full curator. We did it. How did we miss that?
I forgot to put it in. That's on me. I love mac and cheese. Man, I love mac and cheese. So, a restaurant of mac and cheese,
Sign me up.
sign me up. Man,
There's a
tell me about it.
There's a little what do they call those? The car people where they sell food from the car.
Food truck.
Food truck. Thanks. There's
We
a
had an
food
old
truck.
septic problem at the old Pandolph house.
Yeah.
Family. In the
Pandolph
Pandolph
family.
family.
Yeah, Panda Philly.
Some like weird
man,
mob. With
I can't wait.
There's a
10,000
mac and
divers.
cheese food truck, and then there's a place
car
that does mac
people,
and cheese
as
over
you
in
would call them?
Gastonia.
The car people?
Yeah, the car people with food.
That sounds a lot sketchier than a food truck. The car people with food, unless it's like a DoorDash situation.
Well, no, I always thought it would be kind of fun if you just pulled up and
Somebody's making mac and cheese in their car.
their trunks popped open in the back.
It's like a Toyota Tercel back there.
Hey, you.
Yeah. He's got something that's plugged in through the cigarette
Don't tell
lighter.
anybody.
Yeah. Heating it up to like 210 degrees. You're like,
Just what you
Is
want
that-
kind of melts it.
Mac's a little crunchy still.
Those are breadcrumbs, trust me. It's on purpose.
Blocks of Velveeta. hadn't
Car
melted
people.
all the way. It's a
The
mess
car
out
people.
there.
I will say, it must have taken like at least a little while for people to trust food trucks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, you gotta, okay.
Oh, it depends on the, I mean, I think it depends on the culture,
Sure,
in all honesty.
sure.
Food out of a truck, I mean, you know.
Just another day.
Yeah.
Just another day.
That's right.
Dan?
No, absolutely. God, no.
Well, you get mad if I don't ask.
No, that's true. I appreciate you asking. The answer is no. Search my heart, found nothing.
Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Hey, Matt. Wait, what? So Landry and
Tyra,
yeah, they
kill somebody.
kill somebody.
And instead of going straight to the cops, because they had to, self-defense,
Right, they had to.
they're going to have to dispose of that body.
And then they keep that a secret, and that causes a friction
of a
in their
rift.
relationship.
Yes. How could they
Even
move forward?
though Landry killed for her.
For her. For Tyra.
Oh, we're back. Sorry,
That's why it's the
everybody.
best season of
season 2?
Friday Night Lights ever.
Yeah.
Season 2.
I like that season.
Season's
Sorry, I didn't
terrible.
realize we were
I'm
back.
sorry. Sometimes the breaks go a lot quicker than we thought.
Yeah. Guys, let's talk about the wait what's. So when we talk about what in this movie made us go wait what, I'll start with you, Panda. Wait, what?
I'm concerned that she's being promoted to full curator because because she is apparently associate curator of this very tiny museum. It's very small. She goes downstairs into what can only be described as a dungeon that has old artifacts in it.
Yep.
And if she is a curator in any way, how does she not know? I mean, this is not a large space. How does she not know she's sitting on a masterpiece?
That's right.
How is that humanly possible?
It's like Trace with the archives. You know, Trace has all these archives that are
Trace would
clips.
do a better. Hear me
And
out.
Sometimes Trace just comes up and she's like, I found all these things. We're like, it's been sitting there the whole time. I don't need one now.
Samson talks about salmon.
Oh, I love it when it's pink and it goes and it's still fresh, but sometimes it's got bone in it. It's no good.
Your hair looks great.
Oh, thank you. Don't cut it.
Samson talks salmon.
That sounded a lot like a voice you did a few weeks ago that you called Hank.
I don't know.
Who was Hank?
I don't know.
who you're talking about. I don't think that's true.
That was
No, I'm
Samson.
saying that Samson sounds a lot like a voice you did. It's not you. It's Samson.
No,
it's from
it's
the
Samson.
archives.
Yeah, it's
Talks
from the
about
archive.
Samson.
I don't know what to tell you.
Samson from
The Bible,
The Bible.
apparently, on a podcast or video. But is it video, Trace?
No, it's audio.
Okay.
Tape cassette.
So Samson,
8-track.
it's okay.
One of those things.
So Samson, who
Yes.
when he cut his hair lost his superhuman
All of his
strength,
power.
is on a podcast talking about
I got an
fish.
update clip. Samson talks salmon. Hey, Samson,
Yeah,
you seem kind of sad today.
I'm really bummed out.
Where'd your hair go,
It's
pal?
all gone, shaved right off.
All right, well, let's talk about the salmon.
All right, it's still really good, just not as good without my hair.
You're wrong. Samson talks salmon. All right.
Who's that guy? Who's the guy that's saying you're wrong? for saying-
Cleaver.
Cleaver. Okay. So many questions. Not enough time.
They cut his butt. They cut it. Good
They-
stuff. I've read it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they cut it.
Fantastic.
Just to make the cut into the Bible.
Cleaver 316.
Yeah.
Never forget.
Sheesh.
Panda, go ahead.
Also, speaking of curator, if you're going to go down that route, like, can we just call it curator? Like, why?
Full curator.
Like, associate curator, head curator, or just curator,
Full curator.
full curator.
I just for a museum that size, well, that's part of my the Hallmark. But I want to point out that they go to a mac and cheese stand and they're not eating mac and cheese. One's eating a salad and the other one's looking. What was that, Brian?
It wasn't. It looked like bowls of salad. It was not mac and cheese.
It looked like a bad beef stroganoff.
Nary a mac or a cheese to be found.
No. It was very disappointing. And that's
I saw bad beef stroganoff live. It was, my ears didn't stop ringing for 2 weeks.
Really.
It was just big accordion death metal. That energy is hard to get out of you.
Yeah, no, it is. When they stop and
all
then
my chakras were out of line.
Oh my god. They just took your chakras.
It was it was just man, it's tough.
Love it.
So she's walking around.
Your crown chakra too?
Dude, all the chakras.
No way. Third eye?
Chakra Khan.
So she's walking around this antique store and stops and says, "Tell me about, that's a nice wedding veil." And the person says back, "Oh, you need that anytime soon?" She's like, "No." "Can I see it?" That's a weird, is it weird? Is it weird to look at wedding veils even though you're not on the market? Maybe I'm way off here. Maybe people go around looking at wedding stuff all the time.
I would say it's weird, but I think you can get away with it if there are 3 friends from college who are all in their, let's be generous and say 30-somethings, and say none of them are married. I think those 3 friends that get together for a day of shopping can get by with that. Okay. But I am in agreement with you.
I think you could get by with it if you're in an antique store. Because you look at weird stuff in antique stores that you otherwise would never look at.
Okay.
So I'll give you an example of this. I went to a massive antique store in Hendersonville, and they had this massive, bar kind of thing.
Everything in this store is
it's massive.
It's massive
store.
antiques with
huge.
massive
they have
antiques.
These wooden statues. There was a Michael Jordan carved wood figurine that was 8 feet tall. I'm not joking.
Michael Jordan carved the wood?
Size.
Yes, it was bigger than life size.
I didn't know Michael Jordan could carve wood.
That's crazy.
But and they had one in a Bulls outfit, and then one where he's wearing his North Carolina outfit. And each one was
he's dressed up like a bull
and carving at the same time. That's impressive.
It was very dangerous. I get you guys are making fun of it, but it was very impressive, and I would have.
I'm not even making fun of it.
I don't even need it.
I'm not even making fun of it.
Just be like, I get you're making fun of me.
I'm not making fun of it.
No.
Here's what you said.
Because you haven't seen it. It was glorious, Daniel. It was glorious. If I had $15,000 to spend, I would have bought it. I would have bought one for you. I would have bought one for me. That would have been $30,000.
I get you guys are making fun of me, but I'm taking my ball and going home.
You said a bull's outfit.
Yes.
You dressed up like a bull.
What are you going to do?
He was carving.
Yeah, he was carving. He was doing it. He was doing it.
What if he had been?
Man, that's crazy.
Would have been something.
Guys, we talked about this while we were watching it. So I ended up getting where he was at here. But so she's just like, man, you're just like all over the place, huh? Like you're one day you're just happy and the next day you're just cold. You're cold to me. And he says, well, I'm not climate control. What?
But he kind of says like, I'm not climate control.
I'm not climate control.
That's not what you...
I'm not climate control. I'm not climate control. So I think what he's getting at here is that he can't control his emotions, how he's feeling, which isn't good, like isn't any better. But I'm not climate control is an interesting response to that.
He could have been like, I'm hot, then I'm cold. I'm yes, then I'm no.
I'm a real Katy Perry hit.
I'm in, but I'm out. I'm up, but I'm down.
That never any of the times where he sees something and gets upset, he never really explains why he got grumpy in the first place. An easy, like just saying I'm not climate control is a weird response to this.
Yes.
It's a weird response.
Yeah, we talked about it for a while during the movie.
I'm not climate control. I don't know what you want from me. I'm not climate control.
He's many things,
but I'm not climate control. And maybe I just missed it, but I don't know why he was in the group to catch the bouquets. I don't know why he was in that group. Maybe I just missed it. It's me hanging out with the girls. Let's go. Then he catches it.
He's like, oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Look at the
Here
draw.
We go. What can he do?
That's his thing. He shows up and catches bouquets.
look at the draw. Dan?
Yeah, I'm interested in the woman selling the veil that's been passed down for generations. Seems like a weird artifact to try to get off your hands. She is selling hard that this thing's an antique. And we are to find out later, even though, you know, Lacey's friends aren't the brightest bulbs in the box, the same A on the inside of that veil is the A that the artist signs the painting with. It's clearly the same veil. This veil's worth like millions of dollars, and it's just on her head. That seems like it's crazy. And I know that this is an oversimplification, and I don't understand art. I'll be willing to grant that. But I felt like a good chunk of this movie was like, I found this painting in our basement. I got a bold idea. I hope you're sitting down. What if we show a painting at an art gala? Like that is what I thought most of the movie was. And I just don't understand why that was the big thing that we did. Why is a curator planning a wedding? Why?
Because her friend asked her.
But all right, in the last movie, her friend asked her, and we had a long discussion about I did a whole bit about how you do marketing. You don't produce podcasts.
No.
And you don't plan weddings.
And no.
You have no experience doing either.
You wouldn't want me to.
You wouldn't recommend that. Yes.
No. You would not want me to.
And I just don't understand, just because you want your friend to plan it, she's an art curator, associate. She's not a wedding planner. Why do we keep doing this? I don't just stop it. Stop just saying you're a woman. You're in friend.
You can plan a
just
wedding.
Just plan my wedding, for goodness sake.
I will tell you this, having been through a wedding, it takes a skill to plan one.
Yeah.
It is legitimately hard work.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Shout out.
Dude, the least favorite time of my wife and I's relationship was the 6 months leading up to the wedding. It's the worst. It's just ridiculous.
We just shouldn't do it anymore.
I will say this.
Just say you're married and be done with
They
it.
get very excited. I like that. I think it's a good idea.
Thank you.
I think it's called eloping, is what that's called.
Interesting. I'm for it.
They get very excited that this Avicii Ibiza painting sells out the exhibit, which is awesome until you realize there's 16 people there.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, congratulations, I think. How many people were coming in the years that it wasn't sold out? That's a mess.
Well, they never say that it doesn't sell out. It's just never sold out that fast.
Okay. Well,
So
typically it takes a week for 16 people to buy a ticket to this dumb thing. Today, it happened in a day because of the Avicii. Fantastic. That's all I got.
let's talk about the What the Hallmark. It's the part of the show we wonder what could have been. Maybe I think some clear questions that we still have. Keep in mind, we could get these answers potentially in one of the next two movies.
Yes.
Panda, what you
You're
got?
not going to get mine, I guarantee you.
You're not going to get mine. Museum, I have to know more about this museum for a variety of reasons.
Okay.
First of all, at first I was sitting there thinking that they don't have any other paintings. The last scene, you go in there, there are other paintings, but there's no, I've been to enough museums to know there's typically plaques that explain what the painting is. There's nothing here. It's a very small museum. It seems as if they have only one or two rooms, but there's multiple curators that are also working here.
Yep.
There's an entire board of directors, but at the same time, as you pointed out, Dan, in the years past, they have not sold out the gala.
No.
Ever. This year, they have...
Well, they didn't say they never sold out. They never sold out this quickly.
There's 20 people there.
Maybe. I
Maybe.
counted 16 in the shot. Most I counted.
Which leads me to conclude, this is the world's small... It makes sense for a small, very small local museum.
Yes.
But they are treating it as if...
It's
It's like
so
the
many
Met.
people.
Like, it's ridiculous.
Hear me out. Those tickets are $10 million each.
It has to be.
That's what happened.
I want to know more about what this museum is. It is the least amount of effort I believe Hallmark could have put into creating a museum like area. They've done museums in the past. They've done it better than this. They've done galleries before, and it was better than what they did in this movie.
Real bad.
So our guy Peter is a philanthropist. Comes from a very wealthy family. I don't know if we ever find out where all the money came from that his family had and what he was now a part of, giving away or whatever. So I just want to know more about his family and where that money came from. What they do. Dan?
One word, Jason. There is a guy that works in the museum that apparently is also an associate curator. So they have two of those, and they're both vying for an open full curator position. And all he does is sit there in oversized purple blazers and give stank eye looks. That's pretty much his job. Yeah. What's that guy's deal? Why does he exist in this movie? And why couldn't they give him more or less to do?
Yeah, true that. His hair was so heavy. It looked heavy.
It was like a hair hat.
It looked like a weighted blanket on his head.
Yep.
Which was great. Good for him. Good head of hair.
Yeah.
You need a good head of hair. But you look at my head and it's just like cotton candy, right? It's just like, you just kind of look like, but that looked like you could lay under it and get a good nap.
That's right. Now you're getting weird. Now it's getting weird. It's just getting weird.
If I was Ant-Man, just bear with me.
You need a little quick snoozer?
Be a quick snoozer.
That's right.
I would go
right in there.
Jason. We did, everybody. Congratulations. It's time for the double decker of the week.
Yes, it is.
Finally.
We're back to having it on Tuesdays.
Where it
New episode.
belongs.
Yes, exactly
Yeah.
right. Because I mean, we've got a big week planned.
Win calls the heart.
Win
Signed,
calls the
sealed,
heart.
delivered.
And a big interview tomorrow.
Big interview tomorrow.
So we got to put it here.
Yep.
Who do we have?
Donna Wallace.
Who?
Donna Wallace.
Oh,
Donna Wallace.
Not even close, but go ahead.
She's starting her own TV show.
So Michael Jordan
In a
was
Bulls
outfit. And he was carving.
He was carving.
It was 8 feet tall.
Amazing.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Go Hendersonville.
Hendersonville.
Got it.
Biggest.
It is a
massive
massive
antique
antique,
store.
Massive
with
antique
only
store.
massive
with
antiques.
only big things.
Unbelievable.
That could be
That could have been a double.
could have been double
That
decker.
would have been the
great.
one, yeah.
But nope. Instead, what we have today is Donna is starting her own TV show. It's called Bow Hunter.
Bow hunter.
Yep.
Ooh, there's a lot of ways to go with this. You could be bow and arrow. You could be bow tie. You could be BEAU, like you're looking for a bow. I'm very interested.
Yeah. None of those, Dan.
Oh, fantastic. It's even better.
She likes to go out and she finds bows that you would put on presents, and
Yeah.
so people bring her in, and she just identifies different bows and she picks them out.
So is this just her job? Her
No, it's
occupation
a TV
is
show.
she hosts the show,
She's the one they bring in.
or is it a drama?
What do you mean they bring?
They
in?
hire in.
Who is they?
She's a perfect. Like, listen, when you need a bow, who are you going to
This
call?
isn't a
You're calling Donna.
dramatized. This is
No,
a
you would not.
reality show.
Yes.
And there's a group, like there's a couple, and they're trying to decorate their house for Christmas, and they're
Yep.
looking for that perfect bow.
perfect bow,
for the
and she
wreath.
comes-
So it's
And they
like-
bring in the bow hunter.
Yes.
So it's like Super Nanny. Remember when your
Yeah,
kids
yeah.
were a mess, you bring in Super Nanny.
Yeah.
In this case, you're wrapping presents.
And
you
you're
bring
just
in
like,
the bow
I don't
hunter.
have a bow.
You bring in what is her name? Nancy.
Donna Wallace. Get it together.
Donna Wallace, bow hunter.
Yes, bow hunter.
Donna Wallace, bow hunter,
colon,
to come
bow
in
hunter.
and
Find the perfect bow.
here's my question. This sounds like a very nice thing
Yeah.
to do in 30 seconds, but I can't figure out.
Is it a 30-minute or 60-minute show? Or is this like a Quibi situation?
No. It's a full hour, boy. No
Full
commercial
hour?
interruptions. The best
What?
way. No commercial
It's an
interruptions.
hour without
Is it on
commercials.
Netflix
Yes.
or something?
No.
What's it on?
People are really footing the bill for it. It's being sponsored.
People are really footing the bill for it.
Yeah.
It's being sponsored.
Yeah.
Those two things are
by the people.
by whom?
Well, I
Where is it though? People flipping the bill or whatever you said.
Footing the bill.
Where is it?
it's on Tubi.
I don't know why
It's
we
on
do
Tubi.
this. Tubi, which is free. Tubi's a free TV network. And it's a 60-minute no commercial.
No
break.
commercial. You wouldn't want.
But Tubi has ads.
So with
That's the
ads,
whole
it's
point.
2 hours, probably.
That's the whole point of Tubi.
Yeah,
It's free, but it's ad
right,
supported.
but Tubi said nope, not now.
They said no, not now.
Not for this one. It is the best way to
because
appreciate
people are footing
Donna.
the bill.
Yeah, Donna Bow Hunter. No commercials. It really. I cried. First 5 episodes, I cried every single one.
Wow.
Every single one.
Every single one.
Man, unbelievable.
All right, guys. We did it, everybody. Shout out to the bow hunter out there.
The bow hunter.
Shout out. We're back tomorrow with a huge interview. Not going to want to miss huge. And then more.
That's right.
Later this week.
More about everything.
Back to the basics. Signed, sealed, delivered. Finally getting it.
Ooh.
Finally getting
Buckle
it,
up, everybody.
Until then, may we be the first to wish you a
Merry Christmas! Deck the Hallmark's a Bramble Jam podcast. It's presented by Philo TV. It's produced by Brandon Gray and recorded live in, Greenville, South Carolina. Set decor is by Plum at Haywood Mall. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on Bramble Jam Podcast Network, you can go to bramblejampodcast.com.